Hello friends, how are you doing? I wanted to jump on, make a video, and give you all an update and see where we're at in terms of the fall, progress we have or haven't made, next plans, all of those fun things. So I'm going to switch the camera around. I think that pretty much looks really similar to the last time that we showed it to you. No, we have not yet finished clearing out all of the limbs and tops of the trees that have come down. We did kind of take a little bit of a break over the summer for a few reasons. One of them being that we were super busy. Another one is that it was very hot. And the last reason was we really did not want to be attacked by whatever reptiles or creatures may be out in the summertime and hiding in our stuff. Now here's where there has been some progress. So down here, we have been able to clear a lot of this out. If you remember, between those two trees, there was a lot of grown up brush type stuff. We've taken that out. We can get the lawnmower through part of this now, which is great. Now that it's about leaf season, those will not pile up and create a bed on the floor here. We can get the lawnmower in and take care of those. Here's another spot where there's some progress. We have had several different people coming out here and there, cutting the tops that were this direction. So this whole area used to look all like that, and the spot I just showed you, but now there's a lot of clearing here. This is actually a pile that we will burn as it is, because there's a lot of big limbs underneath that nobody is able to use for anything, so we will burn the pile in its spot. The smaller branches we have been hauling and burning in the fire pit. And we have had several people, like I said, come out that burn wood to heat their homes in the winter, and they have been cutting it and taking it out of here with them. So that is good news. It is a benefit to us as they've helped clear the area. It's a benefit to them because they have free wood to use, which is what I wanted in the first place. I didn't want the wood to go to waste. I wanted people who need it to be able to use it, which is why we didn't just make a massive fire and burn the big huge mess in the first place. There's what was that chicken house thing that was there and then got piled on by trees. There should be salvageable wood. We're hoping we can take it and build our chicken house, much smaller one, where we want it. We are hoping that we will be able to salvage some from underneath that and use it for that purpose. I can now access and get to the barn. We have a clear path now for getting over here. We'd like to clear a bigger path for the people that are getting wood. There are some really good wood trees and stuff back that direction too that we would like to offer. So just wanted to let you know where we were. We would be further if it wasn't so hot and potentially poisonous to do this kind of stuff over the summer. Plus we had a lot going on and we're busy. So that's one thing that I definitely want to mention to anyone who's already starting or thinking about starting doing something similar, is it's okay to still live your life, and it's okay to take your time. I mean, I would love to be much further than where we are right now at getting more clearing done so that grass can start growing and I can start figuring out how to pay to fence. I'd really rather be at that spot than where we are right now with this big huge mess still over here, but we do still have to live our lives also, and that's okay. So that's really still the main focus, is continuing to clear all that out. You see, we over the summer with all that stuff here grew a ton of gigantic weeds. That right there, that is a weed. Ragweed or some kind of something. It looks like it's growing berry type things on it. I don't know. But there's been a lot of growth like this. You can see it here. That kind of weed that's grown up. And I've got some more over here. I'll show them to you just for your awareness. We obviously couldn't get to where this was growing up at because of all the stuff that was on the ground, all of the limbs and things. So it just had free reign to pop up all over the place. See, all of these guys were not here before. They were like, ooh, nobody can get to us and tear us down, so we're just gonna hop on over here and grow ourselves up like ridiculous nuisances that we are. Anyway, so obviously those are coming down as we're getting to the wood that they're growing up in and around. Those are coming down to get to the wood that is being used. So just be mindful of that too. If you don't have ability to access a certain area in the summertime, you very well may find yourself with a bunch of weed friends. So make sure you have some tools and things like that to get rid of them as well. So our next focus is just going to be continuing to do what we've been doing, which is clearing out the rest of the fallen tree mess. That may be burning small branches, that's getting some people to come out and cut up what they want to take home for wood for their fires. Once we've cleared all of that up, our next focus will be getting rid of some more of the trees. So all of the trees that we were trying to get rid of have not come down yet. We did not want to take down more trees when we still had a bunch of tree mess that needed to be cleaned up. But I think we're going to try to focus on some more of the trees that are in the actual backyard area, because until the trees back here are gone, we can't pinpoint the right spot for the garden. And that's really one of the next top priority things that we want to do, is get the garden going. But until we know what sunny spots that we have available, which we will not until these trees are gone, then we won't know the right spot for the garden, because of course the garden's going to need a really sunny area. So this tree, and this tree, once we clear out some more of our tree stuff from over there, we'll work on getting these 3 trees down. And that should give us a really good idea of where we're going to have a large enough and sunny enough spot that we can start working on focusing on the garden. And that's the next big thing we're going to do. And it may take us the winter to get to that spot. We will probably spend the rest of the fall and the winter continuing to clear up the tree mess, and then working on getting those trees down and out of the way. But we will hopefully be ready for the garden to get started in the spring, which is when you want it anyway. And also, once we clear out the rest of our tree mess from over here, like I said, the garden is one next top focus, but so is the chicken house and chickens. We're hoping maybe around the springtime we can do that as well. So 2 big projects simultaneously. We'll see how that'll work. But we think we may put the chickens over here somewhere. So we have finally started to clear out enough space over here that it's going to allow us. This is kind of the area we had in mind where the chickens were going to go, and we couldn't access most of this for a while, but progress is slow. We're okay with that because we know what end game we have in mind, and we don't have the funds to just pay someone to come in and do all of this for us in 2 or 3 weeks. And we're okay with that. We've accepted it. We've accepted that we're going to be the ones doing the work, and we have lives and kids that are in school and activities, and we have to work, and so it's going to be slower than if we had a bunch of money or a ton of time. And that's okay with us, but we are hoping that we can get a lot accomplished this fall and this winter, and then be able to start posting some videos about setting up some chickens in a garden in the spring. So stay tuned for that.